Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome on back to Anime's Arcade. Welcome to the second match of the Super Mario Bingo Bash tournament here at the arcade. This is definitely a much later stream than I would normally start at, and that is because our racers here, as well as myself, are in very different time zones. One of them being pretty far across the lake, across the pond. You know, however they say that, Jazz. But it's great to see y'all here. Welcome on in. We are ready for the second match of Super Mario Bingo Bash here, and I am here with today's commentator and co-host Shorts 24. Shorts, how you doing, man?
Hello. How's it going? I'm doing great. Excited to help out.
Yeah, it's so good to see you, honestly. Like I know you've gotten really busy and whatnot, but I'm very grateful that you could lend your time and help out with the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, who were not here last year, Shorts here was actually our winner for the Bingo Bash last year. So it's great, and it's great to see him again here in the commentary booth.
Oh God. No, it was a lot of fun last year. So I really liked this event. It was really fun to participate and race against everyone, and I thought I'd help out this year as well, just to make it a great event again.
You know, I absolutely very much appreciate that. And our runners tonight, we have Mario Games extraordinaire Switch runner here who participates in many multi Mario speedrunning categories. Will not be in the VC tonight. That's just not his style. Switch, how are you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Feeling pretty excited for tonight's match, I hope. Yeah, no, thanks for participating, man. It's been great. Gosh, I remember actually uh, originally ran into Switch from a multi Mario. I ended up like we finished the first sandbox race he ever did, and I think he was still on. So I was like, well, I'll go raid him as is polite. Um, and he's pretty good. He is quite decent at SMO, if I may say so. And our other runner here, the one who is all the way over there in the different time zones, we have SMOJOYCON. Joy-Con, how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm going pretty good. I'm a tad nervous. I've been known to choke under race situation, but I'm feeling pretty good. Looking forward to it.
For those of you who don't know, Joy-Con is a pretty big member in the two-player community with many things like Mincaps Max Moons, Third Courtyard, Outskirts, right? I literally cannot remember the name of that moon for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, I did it again pretty recently as
Oh
well. So,
God.
Nice.
but I've done, yeah, I've done that one twice now. But yeah, I mainly do min caps, a bit of multi Mario as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was actually just looking at your profile. It says you're getting ready. You're trying to learn the 1892 stuff in the console series.
I have finished an 1862 before, which
Woo!
yeah, so taking a break from it. But yeah, I used to do that a lot.
That's spicy. That's pretty awesome.
So the break from 1862 is to do third courtyard outskirts.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's quite a break, gotta say.
I get rid of my face cam on my stream. I just realized.
It's up to you.
Uh, I'll take it off just so you can see everything in case.
All right, fair enough.
And it also lags a lot. But yeah.
All right. And we've seen our racers here practicing a few tricks. Switch, practicing the IP clip here, just kind of like Zenry was doing on the match earlier today. Joy-Con practicing a TNT. Excuse me. Very, very tricky trick, as it were. Not quite there, Spunks. It's actually, there's an underscore there, but you can see the racers right here, and you can see the fellow commentator, right here as well. Please give everybody a follow. Very important. Very. You should do it. You should do it. All right. Oh, it looks like I have once again closed the timer, so we're just gonna pull that up again really quick. Boop 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 boop. There you go. All right, and then switch Joy-Con. Are y'all feeling ready? Feeling good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Start. Okay. Yo, Code, welcome back. Saw you earlier. Also true, Zenri. Also true. No, SR is you, silly. Which also, yeah, y'all should totally go follow Spunky. Made the awesome art that you saw at the start of the stream here, as well as the emotes. All right, both runners here setting themselves up for a clean file, and we're all looking good. All right, switch. Are you ready? All right, and Joy-Con, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get this game going. Shorts, if you could count them down, pretty please.
All right. Good luck, racers, and we can start in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck, racers. Just gonna make sure everything works out here. Here we go, 1 and 2. And I'll go ahead and mute and deafen the runners. Alrighty, let's take a look-see at this board here. What do we got? Ooh, right in the middle there, we've got 4 unique life up parts, which actually isn't too bad. It's I think that's the lowest unique life up parts I've seen in a while, personally.
With 2 in the early kingdoms and a couple you can get in sand pretty easily or lake pretty easily, then yeah, it's a very fast goal. Definitely good in the middle. And we are doing 2 lines, yes?
Correctamundo. This is double bingo.
All right. So what do you look for on a double bingo board?
Definitely a good question. Something you're really going to want to look for. See if there's any synergy, maybe some goals that might line up with each other, like, let's say, 3 ground pound moons and 6 ground pound moons. Except in this case, you know, you also want to see how far you're going to have to go. If you want to clear both of those lines, how far in the game are you going to have to go? And seeing all those ground pound moons in Seaside, which is pretty far, and then also 6 moons from music notes. Yikes. Because that's going to be all the way to snow, as long as you're diligent. Certainly not something I'd want to pick.
And yeah, with this board, there's 3 seaside goals on their own and a snow goal that covers 4 rows, 4 columns. So
Oh my
if you're
gosh.
trying to avoid going late game, then actually you're kind of forced to do column 2, row 4, and BLTR. And that in itself, like, how many Sphinx questions can you get?
Yeah, especially if they're
runners
in
are
a
into
different
top.
language.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you've ran all moons or the other longer categories, and you have actually somehow remembered every single Sphinx question in a language that you don't actually read, props, absolute props, because I definitely could not.
But yeah, this board looking a little rough, honestly. Got 7 timer challenges, forces late game.
Oh
You
my
have 18 moons
gosh.
and sub areas on the diagonal. It's gonna be a rough one.
Yikes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a long board. This
And
might.
yeah, we'll see what the runners start to go to as they get into Cascade now. There's a life apart at the top. If you can't do Dino Skip if you want it. You have to go up, either do rib jump or go through the 2D area. So we'll see what the runners do.
And then there's technically that third option of getting yourself out of bounds, but that does eventually take you to the 2D area anyway, so.
Yeah. Going min cap strats.
Basically, yeah. Which I know Joy-Con's pretty proficient at, so we'll have to see what happens here. I did see him practice DSS a little bit earlier as well, so we might see an attempt from him.
It is a rough strat, a pretty advanced one. All right.
Oh, Zenry, question. It looks like a question for you from the chat here about playing and streaming.
Oh, I should. I've just been overworked and busy.
Oh, that's never
It's
good.
been rough.
That's never good. Gosh.
All right, SMOJOYCON going right for the dino, and Switch Runner as well. Gonna go right into the boss fight.
Okay.
It might just mean they're going to Seaside with this board, which it's not the worst idea. There's ground pound moon synergies. If you can get to 6 ground pound moons, gets you 2 goals. But yeah. All right, I kind of want to take a closer look and see what I would actually go for out of like which of these goals are actually doable. There's wooded piece and a lot of wooded moons. It adds a good amount of time to do all those boss fights, but if you're stuck going to late game or getting lots of moons in a kingdom, it might be worth it.
Yeah. Like it's definitely good. Oh, I just realized it's actually not going to make sense on your end because it's not going to come through. But sorry guys, we have game audio now. I forgot to unmute one of the streams. Whoops. All right, and then shorts, audio probably won't be coming through your end just because of how like OBS works and how I have it set up at least. So if you're not hearing anything, it's kind of normal at this point.
Nah, it's fine. I can imagine. I know what the game sounds like. I've played it a little bit.
just a smidge. Oh, dude, yeah. I'm just looking around the board some more just to see what else is there. I just looked down. I see that one in column 3, row 5. 28 unique captures. Nope.
God.
Nope. Because even
doesn't look like. Sorry.
Even if you're diligent, you would have to get every single capture up to Day Metro and then get one more capture, if I remember correctly. And
that is a lot of captures. Switch Runner going into a sub-area moon. Could be going for that 18 moons from sub-areas. SMOJOYCON getting the life apart and going to the timer challenge as well. And now a sub-area as well. So they might have similar routes, might be going for that top right corner.
Ooh, Joy-Con. Going for the swaggy jump here. Very nice.
Incredibly done. That is a difficult jump, and he made it look easy.
Alright, looks like that's going to be the end of the dino room here for Switch. Made that relatively quickly here. Joy-Con grabbing that 8-bit moon. Ready to go into the next phase of that sub-area. Oh, Switch taking a small bonk on his way out the door. Always unfortunate. Just, it's really, really narrow doorways. It's way too easy to bonk into, especially in snow. Ugh.
They could have just made those snow passages straight lines, straight flat ways with no stairs to bonk on either. It's just a trap. It's the worst.
Also true. So true. Oh, we see Joy-Con here going for a timer. And I saw him grab the timer on top, I believe. So that's going to be a second timer.
Switch into his second sub-area in the meantime. They're both getting a lot of Cascade moons. Not a goal for it, but just getting the additional moons for other goals.
If an 8-bit moon is in a sub area, does it count as both? It does. It does indeed. Switchrunner getting these, lining up these chomps really nicely. Just getting the clean shots first try every time.
Meanwhile, SMOJOYCON leaving Cascade. They're gonna leave with 2 timer challenges, 1 8-bit moon is I think all they got, and they are heading to Sand. Switchrunner going into a 3rd sub-area. Gonna go for all 6 available sub-area moons in Cascade. That will get them a 1/3 of the way there, but they are, again, they're gonna be in Cascade Kingdom for almost 10 minutes. Maybe even more.
I was actually not gonna lie, I was actually just about to change the audio, and I was like, wait, the 8-bit room actually sounds great. So I'm gonna keep it here for just a little bit longer. Joy-Con with some pretty decent town movement there. If I saw that correctly, grabbing the bird, getting inside very cleanly.
The classic any percent strats. Burned into your brain. Column 2, row 4. It has captures, though. There's a lot of Cascade captures that you skipped. That, or at least one that they skipped. The big chain chomp. It's a fast one to ignore if you're going for captures.
I think that's got to be one of the funniest things that I think the game's just like, here's a chain chomp. Here's a chain chomp that's like slightly bigger. Oh, but it actually counts as a different capture. Even though it looks
Here's
the
one
exact
that's
same,
gold.
and it's just slightly bigger.
But the gold one is wearing a hat, and that makes it something completely different.
It
You know
really
the secret
does.
of, if you're doing wooded world peace, it actually gives you world peace in 3 kingdoms, because you get lake, wooded, and cascade. Because you always get lake.
Yep,
for the
you
most
always
part.
get Cascade.
And at that point, there's 2 multi-moons in wooded that you're getting. There's 1 in cascade, 1 in lake. You can get 1 additional multi-moon, and that gives you the 5 for row 4. It makes row 4 not a bad goal, to be honest. Other than the music notes.
Yeah. Music
What do you have
notes
to
are
do
good.
for 6 music notes? You have to do sand piece?
Yep. Or no, you need... So, there's the 2 in sand, Jaxi sub-area, Oasis.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm going to actually pull up the sheet instead of just trying to pull this out of my head, because I do actually have the sheet over here.
The timer challenges are the ones that require sand piece and sand.
Yeah. It's those ones.
SMOJOYCON heading past the Sphinx, heading over just collecting more fast moons, or going to the sub-area, possibly.
Here we go. Music
Going
notes,
to
yeah.
the Moai Poison sub-area, it looks like.
There's the 2 in sand, the 2 in lake, the 8-bit area, and then the area in the front. 1 in Metro, and 1 in Snow Kingdom. But the 1 in Snow Kingdom is available after Kingdom Peace, whereas the 1 in Seaside is available from the start. So
Yeah, with this board, with only 1 goal in Snow Kingdom, and it being a purple's goal that isn't all that great anyways, it does seem like Seaside would be the play.
Deep woods. Big.
Gives you a lot more choices, too, on where you actually end up going. But with Joy-Con getting the timer challenges, they might actually be doing column 4.
yeah, my guess would be then if he does end up going back to Cap Kingdom, it'll be either after Lake or Wooded. We'll have to see. So as you see him there, hopping into that other sub area, as Switch now making his way to the ruins.
Ooh.
Joy-Con gonna be taking an unfortunate bonk there, hitting the poison. Also, another note, just really quick. If the audio seems ever so slightly off on Switch Runner's Joy-Con, it's just what's been happening with this capture card recently. It's really silly. Before it used to be like, I think it was like miles ahead, and now it's like slightly behind. It's really weird.
Switch Runner getting the Jaxie for more mobility. There's a lot of fast sub areas in sand that they could be getting. Well on the way to the 18 though. Or just planning to move around faster.
Ooh, Joy-Con with some very clean movement. Is he trying to climb? Nah, looks like he's gonna be heading in. Okay. So
I was gonna say.
That's kind of tricky.
Seeing the tower skip in a run would have been impressive. Plus now, that's an 8-bit moon. That gives them 2 if they're doing column 4 or row 4. That is most of a goal. Getting on top of a tower.
Ooh,
Plus
Switch.
the checkpoint.
Switch going for
And-
more Sphinx questions here. That's 2 of them.
I think you get
wrong answer
5.
here.
I think you get 5 questions total in sand. So to get to 6, you either talk to them in Wooded, or you have to go to Seaside. But if you're already going to Seaside,
Ooh, and Joy-Con doing the pillar push clip. Very nice. Or platform push, excuse me. Redsley, thank you so much for the raid of 3. Welcome in, y'all. There we go. 5 answered questions for Switch Runner. From the Sphinx. Probably helps that he did recently do an All Moons run.
Switch Runner getting all of the coins from the Sphinx room. Could be in line to purchase moons as well. Or just outfits.
Let's see, Joy-Con here grabbing a couple of purple coins.
And will the practice pay off for Switch Runner? They were practicing IP clip before the race, and they're in! Pretty fast clip right there. You take those basically every day of the week.
Very nice IP clip there for Switch. Always good to see some player get that quickly. Oh, some unfortunate jumping there. Joy-Con buying a moon as well as buying a couple of hats, if I saw correctly. Interesting. What is he going for? I'm intrigued. This routing is horrific. Oh no.
Honestly, the goals are horrific.
The goals are bad. 100%.
I take a double bingo board that basically forces you to go to Seaside, and it's like, oh my god, why?
It's like this was supposed to be double bingo. Why am I going so far?
And Switch Runner heading into the Harriet fight for the multi-moon, and probably not Sandpiece. Sandpiece does take an additional, like, 4 minutes after this fight, so...
You know, I wonder... He's not going for life up parts, because I didn't see him pick up the one inside the mirror base. So that's not up. What color is each person? Red Slay, I think... actually, Shorts, can you double check that for me? Just kind of scroll to look through the logs.
Switch Runner is teal.
Alright, Joy-Con is red then. Excellent.
With the 6 checkpoints. And yeah, that could be column 2. Or they could be going to Snow. Snow seemed like a weird route for this, board, if you do row 3, column 5, and the diagonal,
See, the fun thing about the diagonals is I see 2 warp painting moons, and that's basically like you just do that in Lake. That's all you gotta do. You get to Lake, you take the sand painting, and then you lake clip. If you can lake clip, and boom, done.
my favorite was always the timer challenge jump.
Oh
After
my
the boss
gosh,
fight, if you
yeah.
warp back.
Yeah, that always looks great when you get it. Timer challenge jump is pretty swaggy.
Not quite as fast, though, the leg clip movement, when done well. And is that a nut clip? That looks pretty good. Pretty high, and gets it.
Oh, ends up back on the ground. Unfortunate. Looks like
Hey,
Switch gonna be going into this sub area too.
Will this give them 10 sub area moons in sand?
It's gonna give them a lot. Yeah, I think they visited almost every sub area up to this point.
And hey, if you have a goal like this that you need to focus, then you can get it out of the way, but it's not the fastest goal. We'll see if it pays off for them. Joy-Con heading into the pipes.
Oh, also, if anybody is wondering why I switched the audio back, there was a bit of mic audio coming through Joy-Con stream, so we're just gonna probably just gonna stay here for a bit. All right, and that's another sub area moon here for Switch. Switch just racking those up.
Joy-Con gets 2 from flooded pipes as well, but they're still in wooded, and Switch Runner still in sand for the moment. Are they heading for the hole, or are they heading for the sub area?
Yeah. You know what? Looks like oh, taking a minor bonk on the cactus there. Very unfortunate. Looks like the sub areas.
With 16 moons already, everything in this for Sand Kingdom is extra. There's not a moons goal that I see. There's not a, what's it called? Sand moons goal either. So this is all just, there's a capture in here if you're doing captures.
Oh, Joy-Con gonna be taking a bonk. Luckily not falling into deep woods as we see Switch also taking a death there on the poison. There we go, a nice flower road skip from Joy-Con.
Ooh, almost
little
falling again.
Some sketchy movement here. That's 2 more sub area moons for Switch.
And the life apart. It gives them 2 that I remember for SMO Joy-Con.
Yeah, I think so.
Did they get the cap one? The cap one is free. I would have assumed if they knew the route that they'd get cap.
Yeah, I've made it a point where if I see life up parts on there, I'm probably going to grab that one and cap, because more likely than not, I won't go back. So just in case, I'll usually grab it again.
Switch into the Bullet Bill sub area now in sand. They have to be almost done with the 18 total, to be honest. They've been very thorough about the sub areas in the early game. But with the number of kingdoms you're going to have to go to for this route, unless they're trying to avoid Seaside, they're going to have to make up some time.
Because as we saw, as we've seen Joy-Con going through Wooded here, like there's already some sub areas that are basically on what you'd consider the any % route, just going through the kingdom, and those moons add on to it.
Pipes in Wooded, the crowd room in Metro. But hey, if it's a... The question would be then, if you're avoiding Seaside, how early is your finish? And I'm just not sure that there's enough here that you can get, with the music notes canceling out those lines, the music notes forcing the late game as well. It's a rough board. SMOJOYCON needing 3 more moons to leave Wooded, getting nearly bonking, but not quite getting the jump up to the Sherm area, going for the triple jump this time. As Switch Runner is heading towards the Olmec fight. Knuckle attack.
Huh, interesting.
And SMOJOYCON heading towards the flower field, or just getting the... There is a life apart in this block. Very good game knowledge here.
There's some of those life up parts are just put in the weirdest spots. You would not think to look at some of those areas.
So it looks like not doing Wooded Piece, just going here for the sub area now, as Switch Runner is in the Knuckle attack fight.
Interesting. I wonder, is he doing world peace here? Is he doing that lane, or I can't tell what his routing is at the moment.
If you do it, you can get the world piece in Lake, and that's all 3 that you need, but Sand Piece, not necessarily the fastest, especially if you're not getting too much else from it. And we'll see, SMOJOYCON will get 1 more moon, then they get to decide if they're doing 22 Wooded, or if they're just going to leave, and it could give a little bit more info about what their route is.
Ooh, very nice movement there to the other sub area. Here we go, Switch Runner finishing up that Knuckle Tech fight as Joy-Con getting some pretty fancy movement here in the sub area.
And that is World Peace and Sand Kingdom for Switch Runner. They get to watch the cutscene. That is 23 moons, though. They got a lot in Sand, and SMOJOYCON could be leaving Wooded whenever they choose to now. Heading into Deep Woods instead.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, looks like they're going to just be going for more of those Wooded moons.
You can get 5 fast ones in Wooded. Including the timer challenge here, yeah. That is another timer challenge. That makes 3, I believe, for their total thus far.
Yeah, it looks like he went to Wooded first instead of Lake. And there's 2 timer challenges in Lake once you've gotten World Peace. And those are like actually some really quick timer challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe he got any in Sand.
Only went to Deep Woods for the timer challenge, so not getting the other moons, so maybe not doing 22 moons.
And here we see Switch going for those regional coins here in cap. Looks like he is indeed going to be grabbing, I believe that's column 4, row 1, that square.
Will be nice for Switch to get on the board. And the Paragoon to capture.
And it looks like we're going to see Joy-Con here at leaving Wooded Kingdom. Numbers
It is
are hard.
funny.
Absolutely, Joy-Con. I agree. Numbers can be hard.
It is quite funny watching and casting bingo streams and just being like, yeah, I have no clue how many unique captures everyone's at. Turns out that when you're watching two things at once, it just becomes impossible.
Yeah, there's a lot of honor system going on here, not gonna lie.
Switch Runner in a sub-area in Cap Kingdom, really grinding that 18 moons from sub-areas. It is their top priority right now, from the looks of it. Well, SMOJOYCON into Lake. We'll see if they go for the Painting Moon right now.
Oh. Is he going for the other lake clip? Ah, looks like he missed it. He's gonna be going for the standard one. Oh, missing it, unfortunately. Gonna go for another attempt here. There we go. That looks good from here. Oh, back in bounds.
Didn't give him the wall jump. It just slid right down, and it didn't give him the height he needed.
Super unfortunate there. We see Switch checking off the 15 regional coins in Cap and going to that upper checkpoint. Looks like he's gonna go for another sub area here. He's really grinding these out.
And not getting the wall jump again, and Joy-Con is leaving. Just not getting the Painting Moon, going for the other one first, I guess.
That is super unfortunate for Joy-Con.
Late clip, not an easy trick, and very precise at times, so understandable, but if you need two Painting Moons, you get this one from the Painting in Lake. The second one you can get in Metro, I guess. Takes you back to Lake.
Oh!
Oh!
Switch taking a death. Unfortunate. The Cappy jump just disappearing.
Was that the frame perfect jump?
Might have been.
When you just don't get your cap refresh?
Oh, man.
It always feels bad to have that happen to you, and in a race, it's gotta feel awful.
It's just like, I got that jump, but too soon. Too soon.
Joy-Con heading into the Hopper fight. This will be 2 world pieces and get them to 5 moons. They still will have more to do in Lake, but yeah, if they're going for those 2 timer challenges, they are both post-piece.
Switch Runner just like playing with the edge here. Almost getting pushed off, I feel, twice there, but making it over to the moon. Joy-Con.
All's well that ends well.
Switch doing a quick check of his captures there. Joy-Con finishing up the Ringo fight.
Did you see the actual number? It was too fast for me when I wasn't expecting it.
Yep, same here. Same here. I definitely missed it.
Alright, Joy-Con needing 3 additional moons to leave Lake. 2 of them are timer challenges. The third one, is there anything on the board that matches?
Not sure at the moment. It's technically the sub areas, if he really wants to do those, but considering he only has to grab 3 and he can get 2 from the timer challenge, probably not. Oh, Switch! Capturing binoculars may or may not have been intentional.
Hey, it counts. It's one of the 22.
It is true. It is true.
You just say it was calculated.
Joy-Con here, grabbing that second timer moon. Only a couple more timer challenges left. Is he gonna go for the jump?
For the jump?
AO? Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Very nice there. 2 warp painting moons. 4 Joy-Con now out of the way.
And hey, if Lake Clip's not working well, there's always the painting jump. Timer jump. Switch Runner heading into the topper fight. Again, with only 4 moons, so they will need an additional moon after this boss fight. And yeah, it does look like Joy-Con is unironically routing for Snow.
Alright, as we see it, Switch finishing up the Ringo fight, touching that multi-moon, and that's going to be world peace in 3 kingdoms for him. With that being said, I wonder... He answered the Sphinx questions. Could he be going to Seaside? Is he doing column 1, row 1?
Could be.
Oh yeah, there it is. I just noticed there are 22 unique captures. Switch Runner may in fact actually be going to Seaside here.
A lot of the routes not terrible, but you're getting 6 extra moons in Wooded. 3 moons in Seaside is not the worst. We'll see if it works out.
Funny enough.
Especially with how close they are to sub-area moons right now. This has to be like 15, 16.
Funny enough, Switch was actually trying to stream a little bit of practice before stream today. And one of the squares that he ended up picking was a captures one. And he, I think, reached about Lost Kingdom and was at like 15. He's like, oh no, why did I do this? So it's actually really interesting seeing him going for captures, but this time actually making sure to be really diligent.
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe after stream they looked up where all of the Wooded captures are, and now they're just gonna rattle them off, line them up.
Just charge them up, grab those captures.
Joy-Con into Lost Kingdom, going for the meme tree jump. Getting the Cappy return bounce, and making the jump. Well done.
Very nice there from Joy-Con. It's really interesting. There's so many different ways that you can do the meme tree jump, and, you know, you just really got to do whatever you're comfortable with.
And whatever doesn't end your run the most consistently.
Right. Which is why most of the time I'll just do the triple jump because I'm like, you know, it works. I'm good with that. I feel safe.
So if it's row 3, column 5 for SMOJOYCON, do they need anything from this kingdom? They could purchase a moon. Maybe that's why they got the checkpoint.
It looks like they're grabbing.
They didn't go into the shop.
Potentially. Oh yeah, he's definitely grabbing regionals. Might be looking to buy a hat.
Yeah. I was just curious if we were going to see an any % kingdom.
True, yeah. Lost is very, very quick.
And here's a Sphinx question for Switch Runner, and that'll be a goal. That is 6 Sphinx questions with the 5 in sand.
Ooh, very nice there from Joy-Con, getting the moon and getting out of certain death.
That is the one Sphinx question that I don't know the answer to.
There's no reason to. As soon as you can skip it, and as soon as you knock Spirit out, it's just gone. It's all gone. So, you know, understandable. Understandable.
Really, it begs the question what the Sphinx is doing there to begin with. If he's just gonna leave as soon as you kill the rabbit.
You know, like, 1, how did you get there? 2, what are you doing there?
Dang, Switch Runner getting the clip and falling down. Ooh.
Unfortunate. Both runners
2
here.
for 2 on nut clip, though.
Very clean.
Doing the backup routing.
Ooh, and there we go. Joy-Con doing a nice TNT there. Very nice.
Practice pays off. Both runners getting what they practiced before the race very quickly.
Switch having a little bit of trouble climbing that wall. The long jump method is pretty janky. You gotta space yourself just far enough away for that to work. You're gonna be getting up that ramp with no problem. As Joy-Con gonna be on his way to nighttime Metro. Or just Metro, or you know. It's a really interesting thing when you think about it. Night Metro and Day Metro, they're all both still just Metro Kingdom. But Night Metro, you can only visit once, and then it's gone.
Very true. But with so much less to do, and it raining, would you really want to be here?
Mm-hmm. Look at that, Switch actually inadvertently knocking a rock into one of the piranha plants and then intentionally doing the same thing. Very rare capture that you see in this game. The only way you can get it is if you throw a rock into that poison piranha's mouth so he doesn't eat Cappy.
One of the weirdest captures too for just the also just the if you don't get it before you kill the big piranha, it's just unavailable until very late game.
So interesting, the things, the assets, and like enemies the game decides to make available sometimes. It's like, what is it? There's even like, you know, 2 or 3 there's like 2 checkpoints I think in Wooded that once you knock Spirit out, they're just gone. It's like,
why
okay,
would you want
well,
to be on that side of the kingdom?
Yeah, like, oh, guess I gotta start back from the beginning. No warping for me.
The game knows what you want. You want to save the world and bring peace to everyone. It's not like you want to, like, go fast or anything.
Right.
That would be ridiculous.
So silly. A pretty decent tower climb there from Joy-Con. Looks like he's going to be playing it safe to make sure that he grabs that life up heart over here.
That should be 4. I think. If I counted right, but I could be wrong. And if the goal's not marked, I guess I am.
It's, you know, it's actually entirely possible maybe he missed the one in cap. Because now that I think about it, I don't remember if I saw, but at the same time, no, there it is. It's checkmarked. Okay. All right. Looks like your counting was on.
And that is 3 goals for Joy-Con, but Switch Runner finishing up 18 sub-areas with 4 goals right now. And they just have Lost Moons, Unique Captures, Wooded Moons, Checkpoints, and Seaside Moons left.
Ooh, very interesting. Actually landing on top of the front plant without throwing Cappy into it. You don't see that too often. Or at least I don't.
It's so much safer to use Cappy as a sacrifice.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, he comes right back out. He's okay. He's fine.
And the second phase of the Wiggler. That is a rough pattern and a good number of missing squares. This could be dangerous.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
no!
Oh, Joy-Con suffering from the boss's poor hitboxes. Gonna be having to wait another cycle for the Mecha Wiggler.
It's about a minute, but it's really just emotional damage, psychological damage when you have to sit there waiting.
Oh man, those hitboxes are probably the worst.
But finishing the boss fight now, and they will be shortly going into Day Metro. And I said this a kingdom ago, but there's checkpoints for them in Day Metro. They'll need 6, and maybe some sub-areas, but other than that, it might just be a pretty fast route for them.
You know, some of the checkpoints in Metro do not make sense. Like, most of them do. But there are a few that I very much question. Just like, oh, you want to get this checkpoint? You have to climb one of these buildings. Just because. It's like, what? Wait, why is there a checkpoint up here?
It's like peak city design. They knew that like sometimes the citizens of Metro Kingdom would want to teleport on top of the roofs for reasons.
Reasons, yeah. Oh, Joy-Con not getting a drive-by, unfortunately.
It's so you can get back to your scooter parking on the roof.
Right, right! Here we go, third try is the charm here for Joy-Con. Finally grabbing that moon. Oh, but taking a bonk right on top of that.
Setting up the dram.
Oh,
Ooh, and capturing a
early.
bit too early.
Oh, and having some trouble trying to get back to it again. Unfortunate.
And now just skipping the pylon entirely.
Alright, Switch gonna be needing 2 more moons here. Wonder where he's gonna go for him.
There is all of Deep Woods, I believe, and if Switch Runner didn't go into Deep Woods yet, there is a lot of captures there for them.
That
well,
is true.
Specifically, the tree, which you cannot get anywhere else.
And the rock.
The rock.
The tree and the rock. Huh. I wonder what he's doing up there. There we see Joy-Con buying another hat. And that's going to be 4 hats and 4 moons checked off for Joy-Con.
2 very fast goals right after each other. And that will give them a 5-4 lead on the board at the moment. Switch Runner's last moon will be the Goombet moon.
Is he going to go into Deep Woods? Like, I mean, he only needs 22 captures, but I hope he does. Oh, Joy-Con taking a bonk, trying to get over to that checkpoint.
Did he get the checkpoint before the bonk?
No.
Because Cappy was homing somewhere. Not quite.
not quite.
Would have been a
Stellar.
couple seconds.
There we go, and we see Joy-Con did in fact put on one of the hats. So now we got Mario and Cappy looking slightly more stylish. And Switch checking off 22 moons. What it looks like. I don't think I saw him going to Deep Woods. I know I saw Joy-Con. I don't think I saw Switch.
How many? So if you skip Deep Woods, you skip those 2 captures. How hard is it to get to 22?
Definitely a lot easier than getting to 26, I'll tell you that.
26, you need to be thorough. But they got the cactus.
You gotta be very thorough. He did get the cactus.
He got the Moai head as well. And did Sandpiece get Olmec's or Knuckle Attack's fist? That is not enough height for Joy-Con though, and that is a death in the bullet building.
Unfortunate. Ooh, Switch just barely getting that hit on Bowser. Ooh, Joy-Con taking another bonk, but luckily landing on that very minuscule platform. Which, honestly, what is that even doing there? It doesn't make any sense with the design.
I'm gonna try and guess how many captures
I'd
Switch
say
Runner has at the moment. 'Cause they got the Paragomba in the revisit of Cat.
they got the poison flower.
Skip the big chain chomp. Got 3 in Cascade.
Might have like, let's say 18. I think 18. I'm pretty sure when he did a last check, I think he was in the 10s, but I could be wrong. Because it did fly by very quickly. Alright, we got Switch here, heading into Lost Kingdom Joy-Con. Getting that moon here into People's Rune. Switch's
Did
audio
they
is
get
pretty
the fire,
delayed.
bro?
Correct, Zenry. I brought that up a little earlier, actually. Ooh, and Joy-Con taking a bonk.
With bullet building, this is 4 fast sub-area moons for Joy-Con from Metro Kingdom. We'll see how close they are to the 18 once how many more they need, because they only have 1 kingdom left on this route, and that is Snow.
Oh, and there we go, going straight into the rocket for another 2 sub-area moons.
You can get 1 real fast in this room if you skip the entire sub-area. And there's the triple. Ooh.
There we go. Look at that. It's right there. That's so funny. Some of these sub-areas where, like, it's so long and tedious, and then you just, like, you learn that it's literally just right on the other side.
Yeah.
It's like, huh. Interesting.
And here is an 8-bit moon for Switch Runner. It is not on the route, but we get the music regardless.
Oh,
Well,
it's
one of us
satisfying.
does.
Right.
My
Joy-Con.
random guesses is Switch Runner is probably around 18 right now.
Okay. All right,
Depending
both
on
feeling-
things like... Sorry.
No, you first.
Like, if they captured an or not the uproot, the fire burrow in Wooded, I couldn't remember if they
You did.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's 1. There's 2 in Lost with the Wiggler and Glide-On at the top.
Joy-Con's
that
going
is-
for that really big jump across here, but unfortunately did bonk and had to go back down and take a wire. Gorgon, thank you so much for the raid party of 3. Welcome in.
Yo,
To the tournament.
And that is 18 sub-areas, 4 Joy-Con, and 6 checkpoints. Which means to finish, all they need is timer challenges and regionals in Snow. Leaving Metro, though, without the timer challenges. So once again, in Snow, in order to get the timer challenges, you need peace. And I very much doubt that they're going to be doing peace here.
Look at that. Switch got just enough. That's 22 captures. I saw it this time. Gorgon, perfect.
And that
You
means
absolutely can do that.
for Switch to finish, they just need 6 checkpoints in Metro and 3 moons in Seaside. And that is any percent Metro plus 3 moons.
Ooh.
It's not that far off.
He's close, but it's gonna take a bit for sure. Joy-Con gonna be grabbing these regionals here by the Odyssey. Taking a
There
little
are
detour to grab those as well.
12 outside, I believe. A few of them are in the water, and I could never find them in the snowstorm.
Honestly, the snowstorm just blocks it just blocks off so much. It's really, really hard to see.
Skipping the other 2 by the entrance, though. They're at 8. They need 17 more. I believe there's 5 in each sub-area, but it's been a while. Or not sub-area, but each of these paths. Maybe it's 6, to be honest.
Ooh. I was so worried that was gonna be a bonk there from Switch, but luckily it was just a wall grab.
Managed to save it. Ooh, not getting the long jump there. Gonna have to walk up the stairs.
Oh, and Joy-Con taking a bonk himself as well. Oh my goodness.
Almost got chomped on. by the I don't even know what to call that enemy.
Does it have a name? That's the real question.
If you can't capture it, is it even real?
Fair. But what about the bosses?
They introduce themselves at least.
True. That's fair.
Switch Runner into City Hall, heading up towards the Wiggler in a couple minutes. As Joy-Con continues to get purples up to 21. And will this make 25? There are 4 here.
Indeed.
And with that, it's just timer challenges.
There's one more left to go. Switch, gonna be getting that tower jump. Very nice. Saving a smidge of time over Joy-Con, since Joy-Con went to go grab the life up heart instead.
There are 2 timer challenges in Cascade that they got. 2 in Lake. That makes 4.
1 in Wooded.
1 in Wooded is 5. 1 in Metro from the Crowded Room is 6. And this one in Cap will make 7, and that will be the last goal for them.
This is definitely a pretty long board. I'm looking over at the timer. We are almost at 55 minutes.
Wow, that is for a double bingo. That is a rough board.
That is a very rough board.
Switch Runner still in the Wiggler fight. Joy-Con approaching the final moon.
And there it is. Uh-oh. Hold on. We're getting an oh no from Joy-Con.
I thought they were at 7. Did I count wrong?
Did he miss one?
One in Cap, 2 in Cascade. 2 in Lake, 1 in Wooded, 1 in Metro.
Uh-oh. Well, as it stands, the timer challenge still has not been checked off. We're gonna have to see what happens here.
And in the meantime, Switch Runner getting moons, getting the Dram in Metro, back to the mainland. Gonna start collecting moons. Needs 16 to leave, or 14 to leave. Meanwhile, Joy-Con doing peace in No Kingdom, getting the box clip, but clipping back in bounds.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Looks like he's gonna go for it again. Respawning the box. Oh, apparently he missed the one in Lake. Ah. Oh. He might have missed the Dory one, I guess. Because we all know he did the timer jump. We saw that.
He did timer jump, but he got the other one at the bottom of the water first. And he got the Metro one because he did the sub area for the sub area moons. The Crowded Room counts as a timer challenge.
Intriguing.
At least it's on the sheet.
If it's on the sheet, that means it does indeed count.
Cat clearing it up.
Alright, there we go.
And there it is.
Alright, excellent. Alright, that's gonna be the first round here going to SMOJOYCON. A 57-45 44 board, trying to go through to make sure everything is all cleared up here. It's a pretty long board. That's a pretty long board for double bingo.
But it was a good route. It was 25 regionals in snow and a lot of sub areas, but not too much extra on top of that. Not too many excess moons. Got to mostly breathe through the kingdoms.
Alright, and as Switch continues to go through the Mushroom Kingdom here, I'm just gonna boink. Then I'm gonna bring both runners into the room here. Boom. Joy-Con, congrats on winning the first round here. How you feeling, man?
You are currently muted, FYI.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Stuff. Was I supposed to have heard something?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
GG's, congrats on your win in round 1, and how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at myself that I forgot that Metro Kingdom was a timer challenge, but besides that, I'm feeling pretty good. But, and yeah, thank you.
We saw you get the moon, and then looked at chat, and you hadn't marked the goal, and you said, "Oh no," and we're like, "What's going on?"
We're like, oh gosh, what happened?
I forgot that the Metro People Room one was a timer challenge, and I was banking on having 2 in cap, and then I saw that the second one wasn't there, so I started panicking, going for Snow Piece to get that one.
Oh, I see, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, that was an interesting route for me, especially in terms of routing. My routing was pretty bad, in my opinion.
I don't know, like, overall, this board, I feel, was just really, really hard to route. Like, we ended up
It was
with,
definitely
like,
a good race.
ended up with, like, a 57-minute timer here at your finish. Kind of gross for double bingo.
No, with the amount of Seaside on this board, it was just horrifying. Seaside and Wooded Piece and lots of unique captures. It was really rough to look at. Like, what were you thinking when you saw this board? What were your thoughts?
In cap, I went full panic mode and was trying to find the wooded or lost exit because I felt like there had to be one there. By Cascade, I just decided that I had to go to Seaside no matter what because I needed to deciding if I was going to start collecting regionals or other things, and just try to find something that didn't have peace or like regionals or anything, so I could just try and any percent basically.
Well, it does look like you did indeed at least find the faster route here for this first board. So, excellent job there. You see, Switch here didn't know what I was doing until after 5 minutes in Cascade. That's pretty fair, honestly.
It was a rough board. It was like we've repeated this for a lot of the run, but there was not a lot to look for on this board. There was nothing fast that you could find, but you cranked out those sub-area moons, Switch, and got the unique captures. We were a bit worried, especially when you didn't go into Deep Woods, but you got them all. So, how'd you feel about your route?
Captures was terrifying. I was talking to Shorts when I saw you pull up the capture board. I was just talking
Yeah, captures was the scariest thing. I just saw captures and realized I hadn't done anything for captures, so just was like, okay, just ruling them out.
Yeah, I was talking about Switch, how you were just streaming and you're like, man, I shouldn't do captures. I shall stop. But no, you actually did very well with the 22 captures, knowing where you could skip, knowing where you're at. Definitely better time. Told myself a store stream not to do it. Yeah, you're like 22 really isn't that bad. 22, like 24 and higher. That's when you're gonna get worried, because that's when you just have to be absolutely diligent and grab literally like every single capture you can.
You can get 22 pre going to Metro, right? You can do it in Lost.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
And in the worst case, you can always just go back to Cloud and get 2.
True. But you gotta make sure it's smiling. Gotta make sure it smiles or it doesn't count. Oh no, yeah, so 18 captures, easy as pie, for sure. All right, well, that is going to be the first round here. First game going to Joy-Con over Switch Runner. If y'all need to, go ahead, feel free. Take a hydration break, take a bathroom break.
that is definitely a good idea. I shall be right back.
This time, for this round, I'm actually prepared. Last round, I looked over at my gallon water bottle, and it was empty. It was gone. There was nothing in it. I was so sad. I looked over, I reached for it, and I remembered it was empty. So, make sure, it's very important that y'all have water and that you're hydrating. It is very hot out there because it's summertime. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Been a while since I've seen Bingo played
Yeah.
in a race. It's
Oh,
fun.
it
Routing is hard
is.
though.
Routing,
It's amazing how much of this game is ability to play through Cat Kingdom and Cascade Kingdom while figuring out what you actually want to do.
Being able to autopilot just enough through the first 2 kingdoms, because you know if you see the unique life up parts, you gotta break out of that autopilot for a bit and make sure you get that one in Cap Kingdom, because it's right there and it's not that far out. But you know, if your heart's stuck on autopilot, it will be very easy to miss.
And so, for the next round, what are we going to look for? Hopefully, fewer seaside goals.
Oh, gee, I
A
really
wooded
hope
finish
so,
would be
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, for reals. You know, or like, heck, honestly, even like Night Metro or Day Metro finish would be way better than this board. Way better.
If I have to do Wiggler again, I'm actually gonna cry.
No, dude, I feel that. I feel that so hard. There's a reason. There's multiple reasons, but there's a reason that I run the category that I do, and Mecha Wiggler skipping it is one of the reasons.
Yeah, that is
I'm
one of the
just
main reasons I
gonna-
do with 3 caps as well.
I'm gonna sit against a wall pressing the ZR button for 4 minutes so that I don't have to do this 1-minute boss fight.
Luckily, it's only 1:09
Better.
seconds, but
Yeah.
the hitboxes are just so.
The
they're
where
so
that logic
bad.
fails,
Yeah.
the hitboxes suck. I got absolutely hitboxed.
Hitboxes on the Mecha Wiggler. It's like they're fine when there's 3 of them, but as soon as there's less than 3 next to each other, the hitboxes just go out the window. It's trash. Alright. Let's see here. Joy-Con, you're
Alright.
back. Shorts, you're here. I'm here. Switch, it looks like you're here. I think we'll be ready to start the second round. If both runners could go ahead and prepare themselves a clean file here. Let's see. Oh, and then Joy-Con, just really quick, if you could have your mic muted on stream on your end.
Oh, yep. Yes, that's a good idea.
It's all good.
I just realized that.
New board.
Pardon me. All right, let's get A new board. Oh, I see Shorts is already on top of it. Nice, thank you. Big appreciate.
I can click the button successfully. I'm so skilled.
Absolutely. Certainly a much better speedrunner than I.
Speed running, resetting the board percent.
All right, let's see everything here looking good. Nice and clean files. Got some audios getting set here. Runners, are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right,
Switch is
Shorts,
ready?
are you ready?
All right, I am ready.
Excellent, Shorts. If you could count them down one more time.
Okay, good luck to both runners again. And we will be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, pardon me, sorry. Good luck, racers. Once again, just gonna make sure really quick that these are going through. All right, and it looks like it. Excellent. Alrighty, let's just have a look-see here at the board. 7 story moons right in the smack middle of this one. And of course, 3 ground pound moons from Seaside coming back.
With a vengeance. Switch was saying in chat they weren't sure where 3 ground pound moons were in Seaside. They were gonna get to that when they got there, but
Fair
maybe
enough.
they'll avoid that. Maybe they'll avoid that square this time.
I'm gonna be honest, like, if I stop to like think about it and think about the moons that I get, a good chunk of the moons in both any percent and min caps are ground pound moons in Seaside. And it's just like, you know, I just don't think about it. I'm like, I go here,
Yeah.
I get the moon, bam. You don't
And
think
then
about
you
what
take
kind
the
it is.
moon. And if, like, some of the ones when you're a fish, like, those are ground pound moons, a couple of them. At least one of them. At least 2 of them. So when we look at this board, we got 3 seaside moons. We have 2 moons from snow in column 2, row 1. So if we can... That is all of the forced late game that I see at least immediately. So there might be a much earlier finish this time. But beyond that... 6 life up hearts.
As we see Joy-Con grab the one here in Cap Tower. Switch not grabbing it.
And there's a lot of regionals, a lot of wooded in the same column as wooded piece, but it is 28 moons and wooded, 12 extra is a lot of moons.
That is a lot.
So what catches your eye out of this route?
Not gonna lie, one of the things that catches my eye is there's world peace restored sand. I don't know why, it's just there. It gave me a chuckle. Oh, actually, there's a lot of sand goals here. Hold up. Row 1 is exclusively sand except for the barrier moon, which is super unfortunate. Wow.
You do any percent the entire run plus Sand Kingdom.
Wild. Hold up. Hold up. So anything, there's... Oh, man, that would, like, actually... If you were a very, very speedy speedrunner, that would, like, actually route really well.
It's not the worst idea, is the craziest part.
Yeah.
Because it, like, you could even, like, if you can get 4 hint arts, look at 4 hint arts. So you get 1 in snow for free at that point, since you're going to the barrier moons.
And there's another 50 regional in sand. Just right hanging out. What is with this board?
The Lakitu fishing is fast, the 15 regionals is fast in lake, and so it's really just if you can get to 4 hint arts.
Wild.
And it's not the worst idea. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard of in a double bingo. And at the same time, Joy-Con is collecting purples in Cascade. Is there a goal for that, or are they just getting some for the 225?
I'm mostly just seeing the 225. I'm not seeing any... There's stickers. Could come back and buy a sticker, but that would involve coming back.
It is a revisit, and revisits do involve going to the Odyssey.
And cutscenes. Because when they made this game, they're like, you know what everybody wants? Ooh, nice DSS there from Joy-Con. That's not it, but I'm sure everybody does enjoy seeing that. So, you know what everybody wants? More cutscenes that they have to skip every time they change kingdoms. No! What? No! Why would you do that? Man. Switch here, finishing up the Madame Brutal fight. Joy-Con looks like he's trying to play around with the terrain to get up there, but having a little bit of trouble. Gonna be going for the rib jump, it looks like.
I didn't know the strat they were going for before. I was just familiar with rib jump.
Honestly,
Getting the second
similar.
life apart here, though. So, life aparts and regionals might just be row 2. 8 checkpoints in sand is most of them. Outfit door is an outfit, but it's not, other than getting to listen to Mario play a musical song for you. It's not the worst. And yeah, the 1 moon from Wackatoo fishing, pretty fast. If you do that, maybe you just go for row 2, column 4.
Ooh, Switcher going for chest clip. And getting
And
it!
getting it.
Hey-oh, very nice. Looks like
Back
he's
in
just going to be out of
bounds.
Cascade.
That is a fast cascade for Switch. A very fast
exciting.
cascade.
Ah, man, like, for real, so just that 2 barrier moons in the snow is just throwing me off. Oh, that first line is, like, actually good. Man.
The other option is row 2, top left, bottom right. The 40 regionals in sand you're already doing for the 225. You need story moves for it.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you get the story?
Well, let's see. You get that first one in Cascade, guaranteed. And that's at least one. You've got the 2 in sand if you go to the top of the pillar and then grab the shards. Wooded has the Piranha Plant, and then also the other story moon after you defeat Spewer.
The worst case is always just you go to Metro and get 4.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what the route is. Metro finish.
It's possible. Joy-Con here doing his darndest to get the purple coins as fast as he possibly can. Switch, hitting that bird. Very nice.
Ahead on Kingdom progression at the moment. Missing the trampoline.
Oh, Dino, come on.
Again.
Oh, 3. Look, I'm seeing his foot. Just like that. It was touching. I don't know what's happening there.
And here is a fast moon if they choose, and 3 purples. Ignoring the moon. Still needs 1 more, but grabbing those 3 purples.
Might have a plan. Gonna be needing to go into the 8-bit sub area to get those last coins here.
For just the purples and maybe a moon, I don't think it's the best time investment.
There we go. Dracon going for the clip as well. Very nice.
But getting 46 purples out of the way, out of the 225, that is a big investment, as Switch up to 15 in sand and a hint art.
Ooh, Switch might be going for that outfit door. Well, again, also there are 2 other regional goals there in sand, but he is going into the shop. Oh yeah, he's going for it. Nice.
The question is, do we get the audio?
Yes, we do. 100%. Just gotta give me a second.
It's very important that we have this as many times as possible.
Absolutely. We gotta make sure. We gotta make sure the audio plays so that he really, actually gets that moon.
And Mario looking stylish while we do it for the rest of the run, potentially.
All right, Mario shall serenade us really quick here. Excellent. Good. All right, we'll just switch that back.
Joy-Con headed immediately to the Oasis, getting a checkpoint and a couple fast moons. Definitely looks like 8 checkpoints.
See, it's funny, because one of the checkpoints you do have to get by going into Lake and hitting that hint art. Well, there we go. Very clean with those purples there. Making sure to not hit that poison.
First Jaxie time.
Ooh, a little sketchy. Ooh, yeah. There we go.
Playing it safe there. Not risking the dive if he wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, definitely a good choice there. Switch once again. Gonna be grabbing some more regionals, it looks like. They are just kind of chilling there, you know? Taking damage
When
from
you
the
need to
bullet
put
bill.
100 around it, when you need 100 around the kingdom, though,
Yeah,
they're kind of chilling everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. Another
And
checkpoint.
switch with the 20 for the outfit plus 11 already, 15 now. They could be going for the 40. They could be going for the 50. Probably not the 225 with what they had with skipping all of the Cascade purples, but we'll see.
And it looks like he is also going to be leaving that tower there, not going any higher up, just wanting the purples.
There are 3 on the back side by the Sphinx that they have not collected, I believe.
That is correct. He did not collect those. Oh, nope,
And
wait.
heading there now.
There he goes. Hold up.
And Joy-Con getting the original Dram Strat to get back up to the box moon fast.
Very nice. All right, will he go up there? Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's not getting those ones. There you go. Joy-Con once again going for the platform push here. Gonna be getting it. Very nice.
To be honest, I did not know that was a thing before I saw it.
Super new. Literally discovered this year.
You know, fair. I haven't played much this year,
That's,
so
yeah. All good. But yeah, it was
it's a little easier than the icicle clip.
Oh, way, yeah. Way easier than the icicle clip.
The min caps runner is gonna love it. Switch runner barely getting that moon on the pillar, but making enough contact and going up to the treasure chest now.
And here we go. Joy-Con working with IP clip here. Having a little bit of trouble. But making sure to get that on his third try again. Third time is the charm here for Joy-Con.
There is a life up part in here, and there is a life up part in the cavern towards Knuckle Attack. The second one is a bit slow to go to. This one is also a bit slow to go to, but if you need 6, you need to get them from somewhere.
Yeah. See, Joy-Con currently at 34 regionals in sand.
And marking off the outfit door that they completed a while ago, to be honest.
I just noticed that too.
And that is the first goal on the board for Switch Runner. They have a lead.
Pretty exciting.
And one more purple coin gives them 40. Looking around, searching,
Hopefully remembering the ones.
going into the icicle cavern instead.
Excellent. Well, I mean, there's some purples in there.
Yeah,
There's some.
there's several fast ones. If they only need 40, they can get those 2 and warp out. Oh no, they're at 36. I miscounted.
Couple more up there. That's good.
And that unfortunately means this is only 38.
Will he remember? That is the question. Ooh! Almost getting squished there. For a second, not gonna lie, thought he was gonna go for the ice cave treasure, but it looks like he is not. Let's see.
Alright, now they need 2 more. There's several in the sub areas, and that's where Switch is gonna go.
I guess. Oh man, Switch missing those purples right on top of the Sphinx. Unfortunate. Well, not right on top.
Joy-Con grabbing purples around the boss arena and skipping the boss, or just getting the moon first.
Oh, yep, he's
No,
leaving.
they're just
Bye.
Sand Kingdom will suffer another day.
The cold. All right, 40 regional coins here. Marked off for Switch Runner. He is going to be leaving sand, it looks like. Interesting.
The route looks like column 1, which is, again, we mentioned this, but a lot of Wooded Kingdom. Wooded
What is-
Peace
What is he
is...
routing that with? That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
I've only seen... Oh, wait. Yeah, I've seen 3 treasure chest moons, so I'm not sure about that. Because, again, he could go in, could have gone into the inverted pyramid like Joy-Con did and grabbed that treasure chest moon.
Am I blind?
Uh,
Where is... Oh, 7! There it is! I found it!
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
I am blind.
No, there's so much to look at on this board. There's a lot. Oh, he is getting the regionals for Lake.
The 15 is a fast goal. The 7 treasure chests is not the easiest. They
Man,
got...
again, Switch already missing the one in the inverted pyramid.
I assume... Because they got the 1 in Cascade and presumably 2 in Sand. Yes?
Yeah.
The
The
Sphinx room.
and Jaxie.
But yeah, the secret is Sand Piece is actually 4 treasure chest moons. If you skip those, there's 2 in Lake, but neither of them are easy and fast.
Right.
One is Lake Flip and one is sub area.
Well, there's also, that means if you do Lake Clip, there's actually that chest up there. That's also a chest moon.
Yeah.
So... 3 chests. Because if there's the one in the sub area, there's this one, the sub area, and Lake Clip. But that is another one for him. Interesting.
It is 4. You get 1 in Metro. And they're going to be getting 24 moons in Metro. If they're doing row 3.
I am intrigued. And also
Did Joy-Con get the checkpoints?
If he would have, I think he would have gotten most of them, and he's gonna come back through the warp painting to grab the last one. That'd be my guess.
The secret checkpoint.
Yes.
Are there not 8 that you can grab?
I can't remember. There's town, Ruins, the one by the tower, the one on the tower, the one by the shards, the one by the frozen timer challenge, the sub area with all the purple goop in the maze. Not the... There's 2 of those. Okay, but only one of them's a maze.
Yeah.
6.
There's 9 available, including the painting. So it is
Painting.
possible to get 8 without the painting.
Jaxie. Jaxie is 7.
That is 15 regionals for Switch, though,
That's a lot.
in Lake Kingdom. That could be their 3rd goal.
Ooh. Is he gonna go for... Yep.
Ooh.
Gonna go for another fish jump there. Okay. There we go. Making it up this time. And as we see, we didn't mention it, but Joy-Con here is out of bounds right now. Getting ready to grab a bunch of those purples without having to do the tedious swimming that you saw Switch do. Ooh, running out of air, though. Running out of air real quick. Luckily, he does have a bunch of hearts. There we go. Woof. Still gonna be taking a little bit of damage for that. Very
Almost
nice.
flipping back in bounds.
Very nice.
Just gonna set up late clip again.
Ooh. Maybe. Nah, didn't get that one. Okay. Ooh. Missing that one as well. Switch here, ready to leave Lake Kingdom.
Joy-Con cheating Madge.
Oh, that one actually looked decent, but I guess not. Gosh. Late clip this time around, just giving Joy-Con a lot of trouble. There we go.
And that is 2 fast chess moons for them.
And they did get the one in Cascade, and they did get the one in the upside down pyramid. It is still slightly questionable where Joy-Con's route is going, but it's very possible. Maybe he's doing... Ooh, what is he doing? Like column 4, chest moons, and the regionals.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused because they also skipped outfit door. So if they're getting the checkpoints and they're not getting the outfit door moon, I'm not sure.
They could...
And Switch Runners in Wooded, they do need 28 moons in this kingdom for column 1 though. So it's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a journey.
Oh, absolutely.
See how this goes.
There are some fast moons in Wooded, but also there's still a lot of running around you gotta do. Switch here, trying to find the tree with the hole in the bottom of it. Unfortunately, he's having a lot of trouble. He's gonna have to go back a couple more trees to see it. Oh, there we go. Got it. Let's see. Interesting. Wonder what he's getting all those regionals for.
Honestly, I'm not sure. An outfit?
Oh, maybe he's gonna go into Deep Woods.
Oh, the
He's gonna go to
chest.
Deep Woods. That's right. Haha, I remembered. I remembered. Aha. So yeah, it's been a while since I've seen some people go into Deep Woods. Good to remember what is in there. Very smart.
Plus, there's, with the outfit, 6 fast moons you can get in Deep Woods. Joy-Con finishing up the sub area, getting another chest moon. That is 7 chest moons for Joy-Con. Wow, in Lake Kingdom, they are already done with that goal, and that is their first goal on the board.
Yeah, having a late clip under your belt just gives you access to so much stuff really quickly.
I'm still very confused what Joy-Con's line is, though. They do not have 24 sand moons, and they do not have. I would doubt that they're going to be getting the 28 moons in Wooded without.
And I feel like the only story moon I've seen Joy-Con get was the Cascade run. I don't remember seeing him grab any in sand.
There's always 4 in Metro. That is a sticker for Joy-Con, though.
Okay, so it looks.
It does seem
Oh
like
wait,
column 4.
You know what he's gonna do? No, this is actually it. What he's gonna do? He's gonna go into the painting. He's gonna go back to sand, grab the rest of the moons, and then go back through the painting, so he doesn't have to wait for them to get dumped in the Odyssey.
I guess it saves like a second of the cutscene. Hey, maybe it'll make a difference.
It might.
You never know.
You never know. Well, there you go. Switch gonna be grabbing this chest moon here.
Maybe they're setting up for a post-Sand Kingdom, post-run moon dump.
And then let's see if Switch remembers where the other chest moon in Deep Woods here is, or if it's just gonna leave. Looks like it's gonna leave. All right. Guess not.
But still, with the 1 in Cascade, 2 in Sand, 1 in Lake, 1 in Wooded, that is 5.
No, that's still decent, I suppose. Joy-Con now finished with his Rango fight. Switch looks like that's going to be a good nut clip here. Movement. Oh, not quite. And he's falling back into Deep Woods.
Oh, no.
Back into Deep Woods. Hey, you know what? Maybe he'll remember the chest. Maybe he's like, wait, let me just go back. I forgot the treasure chest. Hold on. Nah, he's leaving. Unfortunate turn of events here.
That is one of the worst time losses you can have in this game, though, is falling into Deep Woods.
Absolutely.
It is a little bit rough. And that is Lakitu fishing for Joy-Con. The worst Lakitu fish in the game. This fish likes to stare at the wall and not notice you. But it's biting now. And a first bite.
First bite. Very nice. That's 1 moon from Lakitu fishing, 12 moons from Lake. I think I see... I mean, unless he's not checkmarking off, I think his route might actually be row 2, column 4. Seeing as, again, heading back to sand, going to be grabbing that last checkpoint and more moons.
They can get 2 life of hearts in Wooded, and it's just going to come down to regionals. But I believe they still need 7 more moons now.
I don't think they dumped any extra. I could be wrong. Oh, he didn't get the checkpoint in town. Interesting.
Or any of the purples here. That's right. When they got to Sand Kingdom, they
right to
immediately
the
went to the
Oasis.
Oasis.
Oh, man. That's right.
Getting the bird and collecting all of the purples.
He is moving around this town.
And the dram to warp back up. Yep.
It's going to be a few more moons here in sand.
Switchrunner, though, heading towards the tower in Wooded Kingdom, taking the Flower Road. They're already at 8 moons. They still need 20, though, for column 1.
Yeah,
it is a long goal.
Yeah, not to mention, having to do World Peace in Wooded, he is going to have to take out Torque Drift.
But hey, he gets to be the Nut Boy.
Very true, very true.
Going for tower skip. And getting it.
Oh!
Oh!
So close. Very unfortunate.
That is a rough bonk, but the tower is 2 fairly fast moons. If you need to get to 28, there are places to grab those.
Looks like Joy-Con, they're trying to go for that little Bullet Bill skip there. Unfortunately, Bullet Bill's just not lined up in a good spot.
Almost at the 8 extra sand they need, though. Didn't realize how many checkpoints they skipped the first time through the Sand Kingdom, though. Collecting them all now, it was all part of the I'll go back, get the last 8 moons later strat. You were right.
Looks like it.
Switch Runner killing Spewer now, got power skip the second time.
Some good movement there across the rocks. Alright, luckily not taking a death there. Grabbing this other checkpoint here by the shards. Heading straight for the regionals. Joy-Con knows where he wants to go. That is a lot of checkpoints up there.
8, in fact, based on the board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. That is 8, and now he's just going to need to go... Oh! Minor bonk into the icicle there, but now he's just going to need to go and buy the outfit, which means...
And presumably the moon for the 8th one. Switch Runner halfway through World Peace and Wooded.
Alright, and there's a couple more stickers there. Switch, forgetting to put on the outfit, having to put it on the side here. Here we go, we're going to get another outfit room from Sand Kingdom in this. 2 outfit rooms for the price of 1.
The best part of this board thus far.
Very exciting.
I'll dance along. I can't hear it, but it's fine.
That's right. Ah, gosh. It's funny, I remember, I think it was like the first time somebody finally pointed that out to me. They're like, oh yeah, you know, there's like no audio. I've been commentating to nothing. I'm like, wait, what?
Hey, at least I can hear you. That's what really matters.
That's kind of you. Wait, Joy-Con dumping the moons in the Odyssey anyways? What? Alright, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
No, they still have to go to Lake.
Oh, nope, yep. Joy-Con coming in hot in the chat. He goofed. He goofed.
Unfortunate.
He knew exactly what he was doing, but then...
I think it still would have been faster to warp to the painting.
Yeah. It was gonna be epic, it was. But now you're gonna get a whole cutscene leaving Lake. Alright, switch here. Hopefully, let's see. Gonna be collecting a couple more moons over here. Joy-Con now heading into Wooded himself.
And with 6 goals on the board. And good progress towards the regionals, good progress towards the life of parts. They have a good setup right now.
So looking pretty good. Oh! So it's with the minor... Two bonks. 2 bonks. Very unfortunate. 3. Ah, gosh. Always unfortunate.
Not what you want to see, especially in a race. And probably gonna head towards the rest of World Peace now. The intended way.
you go. Gonna grab that quick ground pound moon here. This Joy-Con headed through wooded. Looking for those regionals.
Switch Runner is up to 18 moons in wooded, but they still need another 10 to get to that goal. They're barely 2/3 of the way there.
Not to mention the world peace as well.
They're making progress, but Joy-Con is catching up.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at Joy-Con's route here, and actually, really good. Really good routing. Depending on how many regionals he actually has here in wooded, he might be done really soon.
Because, yeah, the best thing for Joy-Con is that they don't need to do Metro, and Switch Runner will. On the route in row 3 is 24 moons in Metro. And that could be the deciding factor at this point. But grabbing every purple along the way is Joy-Con. Already up to 26 in wooded, with the almost 50 in Cascade, almost 50 in sand.
I think he had over 50 actually.
Wow. Could be over 2/3 of the way to that goal. We will do a final check after the race, because we're definitely not keeping track.
It will, hold up, I'll make sure to pull up my calculator here. There we go.
Switch Runner taking the back route to the Torque Drift fight, getting 1 extra moon along the way. And with these 5, that will give them 26 total. After this boss fight, they will need 2 more moons.
Oh, very nice roll cancel there from Joy-Con. Good FRS.
You love to see it. Getting the purples around the corner. And for all of the purple coins that Joy-Con has collected thus far, they're at 1 moon in this kingdom.
Yeah, they don't even need to get the other ones. It's wild.
If you can get to 225 in wooded, that'd be impressive. I'm not sure if that's the plan.
You could always go back to cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that point, you don't need it anymore. Because, yeah, skipping the nuts. I think they have no intention of leaving wooded. They're gonna do Spewert for the 6th life up heart that spawns after you defeat him, but yeah, this might be the plan, is just ignore Wooded Kingdom completely, go back to cap and get the last 50. That is a route I did not see, to be honest.
Yeah, same. Not gonna lie.
Switch Runner's last 2 moons in Wooded will be the elevator sub-area. Grabbing this fast one, and then the one at the bottom. My favorite part of this sub-area is that they put tanks as the last obstacle. But you can just uncapture yours and go to the next one.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, shoot these tanks. Okay, but what if? Hold on. What if I don't?
Slight oversight. Not how I played the game, though. I played the game intended, because I was not smart when I was playing this game.
The first time I played this game, this is way before I got into the speedrunning scene, and there's so much stuff that I just did normally and casually. And when I look at the speedrun routes, I'm like, wait, I can just do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why would you play the game when you can just not do it and still get all of the moons you need?
Oh, Joy-Con having a little bit of trouble here, grabbing those purples. There we go.
51 and wooded. See how many more they're actually getting. Also gonna take the... Oh no, there's 3 purples in here.
Yeah. So let's see. We had 56. Yeah, I don't remember the other kingdoms at all, honestly. Not gonna lie, I only remember 56 in Cascade.
It was 46.
46. Wow. Numbers. Let's go brain.
But 100 from 2 kingdoms plus sand plus lake. Because they were getting all of the out of bounds ones in lake, so they were probably at like 30,
Oh, yeah.
40. As Switch Runner is into the Torque Drift fight, this is the final 3 moons they need, but it is a long boss fight. And there is not much ways to speed it up.
Ooh, Joy-Con taking a bonk there. Wanting to do a backflip, I'm sure. Gonna be grabbing those 2 regionals by the tree? No. Gonna be grabbing this life card.
Makes 6.
Alright, and as we see, it is already check marked off on the board.
And that puts Joy-Con 1 square away. Only needs the 225 regionals. And we'd say how close he was to it, but honestly, we have no clue.
Yeah, we'll have to just get a quick coin check from the maps once he has check marked it off.
As Switch Runner finishes up the Torque Drift fight, that is World Peace and Wooded and 28 moons. That gives them 5 goals, but they still need 1, 2, 3, 4 left to get 2 bingos, and they are running out of time.
Joy-Con going just a little too far across that flower path and landing himself right in the poison.
There is a moon dump cutscene with 28 moons.
Oof.
Almost doubling Switch's total.
Let's see, we see SMOJOYCON warping out of that area, having grabbed all the purple coins that he wants from it. Ooh, very nice vectoring. We got 72, 43, 65,
115.
72, 43,
178.
65. What was the other one? Yeah, no, he's good. That's 226. All right, and that is bingo.
I can't math. I was at 224, but I trust
You're
you.
close.
The person who used the calculator.
I used the calculator. I did, in fact, use the calculator. And that will put Joy-Con at a 4207 here, and that is going to give him the second round, making it another 2-0 here at the Bingo Bash.
I've seen some fast 225 regional coins. I don't think I've ever seen someone do 225 regional coins in Cascade, Sand, Lake, and Wooded.
Yeah, I know whenever I happen to see the higher regional coin goals, I'll just be like, oh yeah, I know where everything is in Cascade. I'll just grab all the Cascade ones. But that's a really good point. There are 4 long purple coins in that sub area that are just basically all the way in the back. So I'll have to consider that for next time, I suppose.
Unless you can do the crazy jump to skip the first set of 2D area.
Oh, right.
That really speeds it up if you can do that jump, but boy, that is a hard jump.
I'm going to go ahead, pull both the runners in here. Joy-Con, GG's, congratulations on winning the second round here, and that will put you at a 2-0, winning the match.
Thank you.
How'd you feel about this one? Both of us, honestly, as soon as we saw your route, as soon as we finally figured out what it was, we're just like, wait, that's really good.
See, my entire logic behind this route was I really don't want to go back to Metro, and Wooded Piece is no thanks, so I guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah, fair enough. You know,
But
sometimes
I was pretty happy with my route.
Yeah, sometimes that's just how it is. You're just like, you know what? I really don't want to do that. So you don't. Totally understandable.
I mean, it worked this time.
Honestly, getting the 225 coins without even going back to Cascade, I was not expecting that. Like, I saw that, like, I knew you could get the 6 life up hearts, but I did not think that you would get all of the coins without Lost or a Cap revisit. So...
I was expecting to do a Cap revisit. If I'm being honest, I was like, I'll do Cap revisit, and then after I left Sand revisit, I was like, this seems to be working good enough. I'll see if I can do it in Wooded, but yeah, I'll always have the Cap revisit in my back pocket if I get to 40 and start panicking.
Yeah, the Sand, it's, you know, it's kind of funny that I think this is the second goof that we've had in Sand Kingdom regarding that painting. First one being actually you pointing out Gorgonim forgetting to grab the painting moon last time, and now this time dumping the moons in the Odyssey instead of going back in the painting.
Yeah, I was very upset about that, solely because I was like, this is going to be really cool, and then I just messed it up.
You're like, I got this. It's planned. It's gonna happen, and then autopilot. Like, understandable.
And I was like, it even works into the min caps route because all the min caps runners do it as well. So I was like, this is just perfect.
Oh man,
I
I
mean,
feel that so
unfortunately.
hard. Whenever I'm trying to do like a normal SMO run, I'll just be like, I'll come into the kingdom and go, okay, don't do min caps. Don't do it. Because I will end up doing it if I'm not certain with myself.
Yeah.
And yeah, Switch, you were ahead by kingdoms for a lot of this route, but the 28 moons in Wooded, it was a rough goal, but how'd you feel about the board? How'd you feel about your route?
What was Switch's second line?
Pretty sure it was row 3.
Row 3, okay. Because I was looking at that board the entire time, going, Switch is really close, and then realized about halfway through Wooded that there was still like a line that I hadn't been putting into account. Because I thought I'd lost for most of that game.
It was, for the most part, 2 any percent kingdoms gets them to the end, but they needed both any percent. It would have been, what, 10 minutes-ish? 8 minutes? Somewhere in that range?
Yeah. Metro is unfortunately not a fast kingdom.
And it avoided Seaside, and it avoided, Snow, but you avoided Metro and Cloud.
Right.
I was not willing to risk another Lost in Metro. I was like, if there's a way to not go to Lost in Metro, let's just not.
Only seems to work out in the end. So for 28 moons, Switch forgot what they were doing. So they were just doing the World Peace route plus Deep Woods. Then halfway in, I remembered. Yep. Bet, you know what? That's fair. That's basically me sometimes. So I got that little bit of tunnel vision that crept in.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot to keep track of in
often
bingo.
so.
It's one of the things that makes it kind of fun, though.
Yeah. You go through.
Yeah, I
notes
love the trying to
and
like keep
paper.
track.
The
Yeah, I
new
should start
tracker,
using notes.
the tracker that lets you like record when you've done part of a square. I need that in my life.
Should
Wait, that exists?
I believe. Oh yeah. If you ever see Zenry doing a bingo stream sometime, check him out. He's got a tracker that's just basically built onto the board.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
See,
it's
the only
really
tracker I
nice.
know is the one that Red Slay made with like 100 live split trackers.
That's great. No, yeah, seeing there's Malk carrying with the Keck W because Malk is the one that made it, or at least the one that Zenry's using.
Oh.
Oh, it's see, and you never do nut clip. IDKY went for it, and I was so upset getting Deep Woods twice. Yeah, I was like, oh, he did the thing, he got it, and then just, oh no, back into Deep Woods. Well, maybe he'll get the other chest.
Yeah.
I always save Deep Woods for last, even if it's slower, just because I don't want to risk entering Deep Woods twice.
The pipe at the bottom.
Understandable.
The pipe at the bottom in the big tree has the treasure chest.
It's 1, 2.
Where's the other
3.
one? Explorer?
Yeah,
Outfit.
the outfit door. And that's the one Switch got.
Right.
Malk planning
Okay,
to
that makes sense.
expand the tracker. Yo. Okay, that's dope. But yeah, I've seen the tracker. It looks pretty cool. But alright, yeah, that is in fact gonna be our game here today. A 2-0 Joy-Con over Switch Runner. GG's again, both racers.
GG's,
Thank you.
racers.
And thank you for the tournament, setting it up, and the commentary, and all the restreaming work that goes into it. It's very fun.
Yeah, you know, thank you so much for participating. I'm really pleased to. We got more racers this year than we did last year, and I'm really pleased to see that. And you know, it's nice that people are enjoying the races and whatnot. Oh, thank you, Switch. Joy-Con, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Give it a little self promo here.
Oh, I mainly do challenge runs, I guess. I'm currently trying to be the first person to complete every single low percent challenge Max Moons, which is quite the experience. So that's what I'm doing. Plus some in-cap stuff.
Very nice. And Switch, promote yourself. Go for it. Do the typings and the things. I know I mentioned earlier. He's like a multi-Mario runner. Does a bunch of other Mario categories. You can go follow both of these racers here at their respective Twitch channels. Go do it. Do the thing. Very, very good speedrunners. Pretty cool people.
You can also follow Anime right here.
Oh, I mean,
Do it.
that is true. You're not wrong.
Everyone who is not following is now keenly aware that they're not following.
I mean,
Imagine not following.
There you go. Great. Hi, I'm Switch. I do a lot of Mario stuff. Goal is to eventually run a Mario Hour and reclaim my Donut County world record. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? Switch also did have world record for Donut County on console. And he's getting back there. He's gotten some really good times recently. Got a nice PB recently as well. Honestly, very fascinating speedrun to watch. Would recommend.
And Mario is really cool. I'm jealous of people who can get anywhere close to a Mario. That's actually epic.
He's recently bought the games, and like he's been picking them up, so he's getting ready. He's getting prepared. There you go. He was the first person to get sub 40 on console, and now he's 54 seconds off of world record. He's very, very close. Shorts. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I'm Shorts. I used to stream before I got really busy, overwhelmed with work and some other things, and I used to play a lot of Mario Odyssey and some other games.
Mario Maker, Celeste. Fun community days too. Pokemon Unite.
Sometimes. Yeah. It was fun. I miss it. But oh boy, am I exhausted at times. But yeah.
Go
was
follow.
glad to help out.
Yeah,
Glad
thank you
to-
so much. It's great. It's great to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all should definitely go follow Shorts. Anyways, do it. You never know. You never know. Joy-Con Switch, are either of you gonna be doing any more streaming after this?
What time is it? I could do some 000% shenanigans.
Numbers. And then Switch.
No.
Switch's streams are, not gonna lie, they're pretty degen. Like, you know, it's midnight where I'm at. It's like 3 a.m. where he's at. He could easily go for another 2 hours. Not gonna lie. All right. But
Hey, Switch stays live. Go Switch.
No, you don't want people to watch the 0000.
Oh, I mean, I do, but there's a lot of grinding long stars. And then what I'm doing right now is a CRC with a 3.5-minute setup, so you know.
Oh, understandable. Alright, well, that's going to be it here for the second round of the Bingo Bash tourney. Again, Joy-Con, GG's on the match. Switch Runner, thank you so much for participating.
Thank you
as well, Joy-Con Shorts. Thank you so much for commentating.
No problem.
And thanks to the
for
race
the
Switch
invite.
Runner.